Um,
Yeah.
so what's your advice for someone who's afraid to talk about mental health? Like, where would you tell people to reach out? I know you work with crisis text line 741-741, and I know someone will respond. So is that something that you would say to reach out to, or like, how do you talk about mental health?
So recently I went to one of the best mental hospitals in the world, but definitely in America, McLean's Hospital. And I discussed that after years of going through a lot of different things, I realized that I was bipolar. And so when I go to know more information, it actually helps me. It doesn't scare me once I know it. And I think
Yeah.
people get scared of that, right? They're like, oh, and I've seen it, and I've seen some of it even in my own family where I'm like, what's going on? Where it's just, I'm from Texas. It's not known to like talk about your mental health, or you got to seem cool. And then I see anger built up in children, teenagers, or whatever, young adults, because they are wanting that so badly. And so
Yeah.
I just feel like when I finally said what I was going to say, I wanted to know everything about it, and it took the fear away. It was like when I was younger, I was scared of thunderstorms, and my mom bought me all these different books on thunderstorms. So she's like, the more that you educate yourself on this, the more that you're not going to be afraid. And
Right.
it completely worked. And that's kind of something that helps me big time.
That's really good advice. I really like that about buying the books about the thunderstorms, because when you do understand something, you don't think, hey, this is just happening to me. Because when something's just happening to you, then you can't kind of find some sense of, maybe tools that you could
Right.
use, and it'll give you a sense of like, there's things that I can do, like therapy, that can make me understand parts. I was actually talking about parts of my personality that if I let them control me, they could become negative. But if I learn how to kind of use them for good, like I have, OCD, like I'm pretty obsessive. At a time when I was younger, it used to really drive me, kind of made me feel like I was just too different. I didn't really understand it. And
Mm.
I used to like alphabetize things. Like I couldn't, like I would throw these total fits if I couldn't alphabetize things and all these different things. But now it's been able to help me to kind of learn about it, and be able to use it for good, and use it for doing things like this and staying
Yeah.
organized, but then also just be able to understand it more. And so it's just really important to understand something that you're relating with, or just doing research. And it's a really good tool.